Hi again, YouTube. I bet you weren't expecting 2 videos in one day, but here we are, making up for lost time, I guess. And I just wanted to quickly go through my what I bought at the 2026 IPMS Nationals. And oh, while we're here, I guess I could do a little desk tour. I filmed the other video on the computer there, so you could see computers in the corner. The computer's down there, the monitor's in the corner. And then here is basically the rest of this is workbench. Got my light, my toolbox, and my mat. You can see there, I'm getting ready to start on the Abrams that's the Sherman after I film this. Got a nice window AC and a lamp, a dinosaur lamp. He bends and stuff. It's pretty cool. And then this is a sign. It's a street sign from my old job. They give it to me. I didn't steal it or anything. So, but it makes, you can see my files and books there, and it makes a good extra little desk piece. You see my airbrush down there, and then I got a spray booth, this old cheapo one on Amazon, and it's got this this hose. So what I do is, of course, turn the air off, and then I just lift the window up a little bit, take this curtain out, and just plug the hose out there with the AC off, so obviously it all doesn't blow back. And then I've got good ventilation, so I can spray paint all year round now, and use the airbrush and everything without breathing in CFCs and whatnot. Nice big window. Let me show you the stash. We got all the stash moved. Most of my ships are up top there. These first 2 shelves are going to be those are kits I set aside for friends and whatnot, except for that Richard Petty. That one's mine. Kind of a mess because I was pulling stuff. A lot of this side is mostly Carol's. These 2, and then the 2 Transformers are mine. And over here's the rest of the stash. And a lot of this is mine. The T90 and the T72 are Carol's. The California Hauler's Carol's. The Tugboat is Carol's. And everything else is mine. That is a special edition Edward Spitfire from 2013. I'll have to show that off sometime. Yeah, so. Oh, and the Millennium Falcon, that's Carol's too. So what I wanted to do, and I'll start with aircraft because that's what I have stacked up here. A little sneak peek there of it. And then I'll just show what I bought. A little snippet about it, and we'll get through this pretty quickly, hopefully. So here we go. Picked this up, still sealed and everything. I think it was $10. Of course, this is the old monogram Kingfisher from the 60s, and still remains the only 1/48 scale Kingfisher. So I bought pre-board decals from Yellow Wings Decals for this. And this is going to be a Kingfisher from VO5, I think. VO4 or VO5 or something like that. Silver body, yellow wings. And I'm having my friend Jim make a Navy P6 type catapult, 3D printed everything for it, and it'll go on top of that. So I picked that up. There's a 3D printed resin correction kit for this. It like replaces like 50% of the model, and it's only $40, so I think I'm gonna get it because this kit, it was good for the time. it was probably okay for the 90s when they put the little photo etch fret in it. But for 2026, it's pretty long in the tooth. I told Edward, I said, and that's actually the thumbnail of the last video, that's all the guys that went, plus the 3 guys from Edward. We all had dinner together. I told Edward, I said, you need to make a 48 scale Kingfisher. They would print money with that. Okay, so there's that. I got this for free from my buddy Chris. Blue Angels Phantom Hasegawa. And see, it's actually blue. So I might build this one. I might pass it on. We'll see. I'd like to do both the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds Phantoms together. And then speaking of Edward, here's one of the kits I bought from them. A 2-seat Zero. The box art just really caught my eye and everything. And there's the schemes. I do like that Chinese or Taiwanese one. And I do like this green and yellow one with the bomb on it. So that, of course, that's the Profit Pack, so it comes with a little bit of extras. I traded for this from, believe it or not, Chris again. I wanted this kit. They were sold out of this. They brought a case of them, but they had sold them before I got one. So I traded for it, and he threw in the canopy masks. And there's a picture online, and it was a publicity picture or whatever, you know, from the Army Air Force. And it's just a standard P40N in natural metal, kind of like that number 34 there. But there's no unit markings or anything on it, just you know, plain airplane. And I'll see if I can find that picture. I'll put it right here. But that's how I want to do this airplane. Just a standard P40 in the natural metal with the olive drab anti-glare. The F is on the way. The FL is on the way, so don't worry. Probably early or middle next year. And that's the one I really want, is Merlin F. Again, Edward. So they brought 2 cases of kits that got crushed by Delta Airlines, unfortunately. And this was the one they were able to salvage. They reboxed it, you could see. But because of the condition, some of the screws are bent. I don't think any of the parts are really damaged, but if they are, that's fine because of the price. This is a $150 kit. It's a dual combo, normally. They had it on sale for $30, so I couldn't pass that up. So 2 Mark II Spitfires in this kit. And just a good bargain. Now, really speaking of Edward, this was the big, you know, the big hoopla at the show was this kit. The Royal Hybrid 1/32 scale P51B. Of course, a lot of people who are watching this have probably seen my Edward Hybrid video that I made when the Avia S199 came out. And there's another boxing of this coming out in October. It's not a Royal, but it's a hybrid. And I might buy that one too, because this is the Malcolm. This one has the Malcolm hoods in it. And the other one's the Birdcage, and it has a Berlin Express in the box. I was going to buy Berlin Express decals for this kit, but I might just buy the other one as well, because this has great schemes. And if you've seen pictures of this online, they're starting to come out. It's really great. I really like this QPL right here. Ralph K. Hofer's airplane. And then last, filming order, but this is actually the first thing I bought. Walk in the vendor room there at the Nationals, the main one. And at basically directly in front of you, at like the 1 or 2 o'clock, there's the Zucchini stand. And they had this, the Key 100. Now, I remember when they announced this months ago, and the first day of Nationals was the first day you were able to buy this kit. So this was literally the first thing I bought. I walked in there. I didn't know they were going to have them. But I walked in there, saw them. I saw the build-up. I had to buy it. The Key 100. And if I can get the box off. Not only did I buy the kit, but I bought all of the accessories that they were selling for it. The machine guns and the white metal landing gear. And the resin weighted tires and the book. And then with the book I bought the photo etch, which is actually made by Edward, believe it or not. And the seat belts. So I got the whole shebang of the Key 100 there. A really cool kit. I saw the test shot, and it is just incredible. Really looking forward to when I get to do this one. There's the schemes there. My only gripe about Zucchini is there's never enough schemes in the kits. And that blue stripe one there is, I think that's the ticket. It's just the same one right there too, and it's the one on the top of the box there. So for aircraft, that's it. I didn't buy any armor. No ground vehicles, no cars, no armor, nothing. Just bought aircraft and ships. So I'm gonna move all this, get the ship set up, and we'll be back. Okay, reset with the ships here. Saw that one in the other video today that I put out, so we won't go through that one. Got this guy here for a steal, $10. 1/700 scale Frank Knox, and the dry dock. These are made by Tacom, and they're $40 normally, but it is, you know, there's the deck of the ship, and here's the dry dock, so that's pretty cool. It even has the crane there too, so $10 really, that's a steal. This next one's pretty cool in my opinion, and this is the only model of this ship, and this is not even a good model. It's inaccurate. This is of the German Raider Seeadler, which was a World War I full sail raider, and she captured a bunch of tonnage of German ship, disguised as a Norwegian ship, and the story's pretty famous. There's a book and stuff about it. There's the captain, Felix von Luckner, and he wrote a book and everything, and there's a great video. Ocean Liner Designs did it, and I'll see if I can link it. But this is the only kit of this ship still. Revell S kit from the 50s. And I'll get to this one day. I really, the story is just perfect, so that's why I got that one. I bought this from Squadron. Squadron was there. Lots of stuff at Squadron. My only complaint is Squadron was selling stuff for full retail when, you know, people come to a show for discounts and stuff, and when you're selling stuff for full retail, it kind of leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. but I did buy from them nevertheless. I bought this kit and 2 others. Actually, then all the rest of the kits I bought from Squadron. So this is from Fujibi, 1:700 scale Japanese battleship Ki, which was never built. It's basically a Yamato with 20-inch rifles. It was a design that they had. I think they even built a 20-inch rifle, but never went anywhere. They lost the war and everything. So this is actually a snap kit, but I thought it was too cool to pass up. There is a 350 scale of this out. It's very expensive. I would still like to get it though eventually. Yeah. So there's that one. Okay, this one, 1:200 scale USS Stevens. I bought this because of course, you know, I have the 1:200 scale Hornet, and I bought this to kind of be a companion and also to sort of build up to it, if you know what I mean. This is a Stevens. This is one of the 3 Fletcher class destroyers that they built without the 5-inch, the third 5-inch mount, and with a catapult for Kingfisher seaplanes instead. And they were supposed to be sort of a scouting element for the destroyer flotillas. They really never went anywhere. They eventually had a yard period and they were rebuilt with, they put the third 5-inch mount back on there, but this just came out not too long ago. So this is good. This will be good. Go with the Hornet up there. And it's not your standard Fletcher, so there's that. Okay, finally, we got a very heavy from Squadron. This is from Dali Ji Jian model, which is out of China, if you can't tell. And these were showed off for the first time at the last Nationals. And what this is basically a plastic model ship kit with a full upgrade set included. So instead of, you know, you buy, like for my Musashi, I have the Tamiya Musashi, I have the Flyhawk upgrade set, and instead of having to go in and, you know, with that you'll have to cut off bulwarks and stuff, cut off plastic parts and replace them with photo etch metal. This kit is engineered for that to begin with. So like on the deck piece, there's no deck planking or anything. It's basically just flat because it has a wooden deck included. And it's been countersunk because to take up for the thickness of the wooden deck. So stuff like that. Where there's going to be PE parts, there's no plastic parts to replace. So this company also is coming out with a Pennsylvania in its refit form with the twin 5-inch mounts. So gonna have to get that one too, I'm afraid. And they also have, I don't know why they chose the subject that they did. They also have a 350 scale pre-World War I U.S. destroyer. Forget the ship. And same style, you know, complete upgrade kit and everything. I might pick that one up too. But quite expensive. I think this model was $300. So definitely not cheap, not for the faint of heart. But this is supposed to be the best Arizona model out there. And I've had a fascination for the Arizona for a long time, for whatever reason. Built the old Revell kit when I was a kid. I've got the banner models one that Trumpeter bought. I got that from a friend. And I was going to make that into Pennsylvania, but now that Pennsylvania's coming out, I might let Carol do that one as her first ship kit. That's a pretty simple kit, actually, all things considered. There's a full kit review for Squadron did it of this. I will link it in the description. And that being said, that's everything I bought at the Nationals. It was a great time. And we're already planning for next year. Fort Wayne is 6.5 hours from me. And Huntsville is actually a little less than that. It's 5 and something hours from me. So very accessible, both shows. I understand if someone lives on the West Coast or something, then it's not as accessible for them. But if they had the show, in California or whatever, and someone from the East Coast wanted to go, it'd be a 2-day trip. Having it in the middle of the country is great. Is probably the best for everyone. Yes, it's 12 plus hours if you come from a coast, but that's better than 2 days from one side of the country to the other. Maybe even longer than that. So hopefully in the future, 27 is in Huntsville, 28 is going to be in Shreveport. Probably won't go to that one. I hope whoever bids after that keeps it sort of in the middle of the country. I just think that's, obviously it's good for me, but I think for everybody that's the best, centrally located and everything. Okay, so 2 videos today. Hope that makes up for radio silence. As always, I linked them in the last video. I'm not going to do it this one. Check out my friends. Max's Models, model car videos, modeling at the mats, JD Scale Works, and thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. Hopefully, when I get to that Oklahoma, I'll do it when the Sherman's finished. I'll do a video, and I'll do videos on the Oklahoma. I hope. No promises, because you know how I'm good at keeping promises. Anyway, that being said, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.